How do you think, Ian, it affects Ronaldo's legacy at Manchester United?
Well, I think he'll always be loved and revered for what he did there the first time. And, of course, he went on to have the stellar career, one of the great players to have ever graced the game. Let's be honest about it. He's right up there, isn't he, in the top 5 all time. You can have that argument and that debate another day. So, yeah, I think this second coming, if you like, he's not been quite the Messiah, but then this is an older Cristiano Ronaldo. I think the problem Manchester United might have is, I mean, Mark again might know more about this, it's not going to be that easy to find another club to take him, not on the kind of money that he's on, and then some managers of bigger clubs are probably going to shy away from him because it's hard to handle that big an ego as Ten Hag is finding and others before him have found.
Yeah, we've not got Mark with us at the moment, but we will just continue the chat about this one. It does seem that you are all unanimous.
Well, I was told in the summer, I think it might have been Gab or one of our journalists, that when he was trying to force a move, and I think United were happy for that to happen if it had been the right move, was that money wasn't the big object for him. Money wasn't the driving force anymore. It was playing in the Champions League. It was playing regular. It was being happy at his age and getting regular football. So if it's not about the money, your player and your representatives have to manage that and take the appropriate cut in salary. But as Ian said, who the hell's want a guy coming in now that's going to give him these problems?
Yeah.
You just don't. And maybe that's one of the reasons Thomas Tuchel didn't want him. He didn't want him because he couldn't run, he wouldn't press, and when he left him out at Chelsea, as might have happened when he was manager, this is the issues that he was going to have.
We were just talking, Mark, with Ian about the legacy that Ronaldo will leave now at Manchester United and if this will affect things. I'm just interested to know what the general feeling is in Manchester at the moment among Manchester United fans about the player.
It has tarnished his legacy. I mean, look, United fans have loved him for a long time. I think they'll always have that admiration for him. But I do think that he's tarnishing his reputation there because the way he's behaving. I think United fans can see that Ten Hag is making progress. He's building a team. He's building a team spirit. And Ronaldo's not part of it. And he's not buying into it. So I think the United fans have now moved on. They're thinking, look, Ten Hag is the guy. He's the future. And Ronaldo is just behaving like a bit of a child, to be honest. And I don't think it's going down very well. And I think, you know, what Craig said before about Pogba, it would have been, you know, it would have been a much bigger deal with Pogba. But I think it is a big deal with Ronaldo. And I think the fans have lost a lot of respect for him. They'll always have that, like I say, that affection for him because of how good he was in the first place. But people cast people's minds back. This happened in the first spell at United. There was a game that I was at when United played Sunderland back in, I think, 2008-9, and he substituted himself. Now, Sir Alex Ferguson at the time said, oh, he had a hip injury. He walks off the pitch before the end of the game. So this isn't the first time he's done this. And I think it has always been the Ronaldo show. So, you know, maybe this was his effort to try and force United's hand and try and force a move in January. But the problem has been, right from day one when he said he wanted to leave in the summer, nobody has wanted him. Nobody's wanted him at £500,000 a week, and nobody's wanted him at half of that. And that's the problem. The same will happen in January. Nobody wants him because he's too much of a costly exercise and a problem to fit into the team. He's 38 in February. Nobody wants him.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.